like we want to do our hobbies. We neglect all of that because we're feeling guilty because they're unable, to do.
But isn't that natural in us? I mean, I know as a woman, we're the last to sit down at the table. We're the last to go to a doctor. We're the last to do everything. That's what I was saying. Isn't it just, I mean, if you're really, how will I put it, really sincere in what you do and really love your family, and it say it's the last one. Another thing they said, what did somebody say? If Mama ain't happy, nobody's happy.
Yeah.
But that's really, Mama tries to make everybody happy, at least some women.
Yes.
Now I know, Vicki, when you walked through that with Oscar, you was a caregiver for Oscar, and he was before you had to. And it comes to the point where you do have to have assistance. You do have to put him somewhere sometimes.
Well, I had to finally put him into a nursing home. And then it's nursing home where you could afford. That's the other thing.
That's what I was saying.
That's the other thing. So, well, fortunately, we were in a mediocre, in a medium, and still there was neglect there. So, I took it upon myself to be there twice a day. That takes its toll because it's not around the corner. It's at least a 7-8 mile. You say 7-8 miles. Well, 7-8 miles is 7-8 miles.
Yeah.
It takes time and all. And then what do you find? It's what do you find? How do you find him?
Yeah.
I don't want to discuss it on the air, but, the bathroom is there. You try to make them understand that's where the bathroom is, and they don't always make it.
Right.
Well, by the time the personnel comes, I might as well clean up myself. So you have that. They lose clothing. My husband had 36 pairs of walking shorts. 36.
Wow, that's
because he had to change
daily.
3-4 times a day. A day. Now it's bringing all that laundry home. It isn't that I don't want to wash, but now it's lugging that home. There's stress all around.
Yeah.
And I know I broke down and cried. I guess I said, I know I said, I can't take this, Lord. I can't take this, Lord. And there was a nurse there. She just hugged me and loved on me. And she says, why do you come so often? Well, I was tempted to say because a lot of you neglect. But you can't say that because then they'll do worse.
Right.
I said because he's my husband.
Yeah. Right. And that's true. I mean,
that's the reason I gave them. But yes, he's my husband. But the reason I went is because they're neglecting.
Right.
He fell. He slipped and fell. The nurses were right there. Because my daughter stopped me. She goes, "Watch this. Daddy's on the floor." I went to run. And she said, let's see how long it takes them to catch it. Now, they're in a semicircle. The ones at this end, you mean to tell me you can't see somebody on the floor? When I approached, one nurse turned around and said, oh, my goodness, he's on the floor. Yeah, right. And he broke his hip.
So, see, that brings up a whole
lot
different
of
thing.
stress.
Oh, yeah.
Because now I know nurses, they put a lot on nurses.
Yeah.
And they really don't. A lot of them are great nurses, and they do not have time to see to every little thing, and they're supposed to. I know when my husband was in the motorcycle wreck, and he was bandaged. I mean, he had a real serious wreck. He had his fingertips to here was bandaged, and he couldn't feed himself. He couldn't do anything for himself. And I stayed at the hospital, because I had to, and his daughters came too. Thank God for that. We took like different shifts, but I spent the night there because he couldn't do anything for himself. And then when he came home, we had a wonderful nurse come by, and she was